Good morning everyone and welcome to our first day on Harris and Lewis. I am so excited. I have never been here before. For those of you that don't know, Harris and Lewis are one island separated into two. The south part is Harris and the northern part is Lewis. Harris is known for its beautiful white sand beaches, crystal clear turquoise water, which is why we're going there tomorrow, because the weather forecast for tomorrow is supposed to be 16 degrees and sunny. So I'm keeping my fingers crossed that it remains that way so that we can see the beaches when they're all beautiful and sunny, and we can even maybe go swimming, who knows. So today we are staying in the north. We are doing the majority of Lewis. Lewis is much more rugged. There's more cliffs, mountains, not really mountains, like hills, kind of craggy cliffs kind of vibe. But we're doing a lot of the old kind of historical traditional Scottish stuff. So we're seeing the Blackhouse Arnol, we're seeing a very old village, I can't remember the name of the village. And then we're also going up to the lighthouse, which is right at the top of the island. I think it's called Tinpin Head Lighthouse, I want to say. Because apparently you can spot fin and sei whale from there, and also sometimes orca if they come all the way around the headland if you're very lucky. But given that we already saw them at the beginning of the trip, I'm not holding out hope. But yeah, I'm so excited. This B&B is stunning. I think it's our favourite so far that we've stayed in, not just on this trip, but of every Airbnb we've ever stayed in. Not only is the view absolutely gorgeous, they've got these beautiful little picnic benches outside as well, although it does get very windy up in the Outer Hebrides. But even like the gravel drive with like all of the stones, the decking outside, they've got a little boot locker for us so we don't need to bring our boots inside. These paintings were all painted by the owner of the B&B, Jenny, and I think she runs an art gallery somewhere in Lewis, because apparently if you stay in this Airbnb you get 20% off all of her paintings. But yeah, it's just it's very new. I think it only opened at the end of 2022. But yeah, it's lovely, and the mattress is nice and soft, which both me and Paul appreciate. We're definitely soft mattress people. Our bed at home is like a cloud, so we slept very well last night. But yeah, I'm so excited, can't wait. Let's go. This whole landscape just looks like Rohan. The whole thing. I'm just imagining like the riders of the Rohirrim right here, riding with Éomer. Like, doesn't this just look so like it? Crazy. Like, even these hills look just like in the part of the movie where Legolas, Aragorn and Gimli are just running. Don't they? Don't they?
Gimli.
What is that supposed to be?
Gimli.
Why are you saying it like that?
Because I can.
You don't know these movies at all. Okay. You actually know the opening notes. Okay. Do you know more than that? Ba 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 ba. We have made it to the Callanish Standing stones, and I am doing a semi Claire from Outlander type cosplay, or at least all I need for it is my hair. We're attempting it. We are at the Standing Stones. Is it that?
And I got a semi from her, Claire, Outlander. No, it's a joke.
You got a semi?
I was making a joke.
But where does the semi come in from to it?
She said semi.
I didn't say semi.
I'm doing a semi Claire from Outlander.
Oh my god, that was the worst joke in the world. That was a terrible joke. Anyway, there's a lot more stones than I thought there would be. Like, that's a lot. A lot. It's cool though. And significantly less tourists than on Skye, that's for sure. Much quieter out here. Look at this, there's so many of them. I might be wrong in this, but I think this is one of the biggest stone circles in Britain. Stonehenge is obviously massive as well, but I think this comes pretty close. I'm not touching the stones, but there's a lot of people that are touching them. It's more than I thought. Alright, Callanish Standing stones in the bag. That was interesting and productive. Yeah, I think we've got some nice pictures. The reason I did it early is because my hair in this wind is it's not going to be curly for like the next within about an hour it's not going to be curly, it'll be frizzy, so it's getting tied up. Although we've been very lucky with the weather so far. It could be significantly windier up here. Who do you belong to? I think you probably belong to whoever lives in there. I think. I like your tartan collar. I like your tartan collar. Go home. Yeah, you probably smell out doggy guy. Okay, we are now heading to the, I'm gonna say it wrong, like I feel like every single Gaelic word I say wrong and I feel awful about it because every day I wish I spoke Gaelic or Gaelic. I don't even know how to say it. Like all of my family, my mum and my gran would always say like Gaelic. Do you have the Gaelic? I don't know if that's how you say it in Scottish or if it is Gaelic. Or maybe both are right, who knows. But now we are heading to the Gearannan, or the Gearannan Blackhouse Village, which is a preserved, very traditional village, how people used to live up in the islands way back when. And it's super, super pretty. So we're gonna head up there, and then we're gonna go to the Blackhouse Arnol, which is like a big workhouse, I think it is, which is like 10 minutes away. So today on Lewis we're kind of doing like lots of little stops, which is what we used to do when we first visited Skye, remember? Mm-hmm. Like it's so nice to just be like, okay, we're gonna go here and then we're gonna stop here and then we're gonna stop here, because we've never been here before, so we are exploring. Okay, I've seen a sign in English. I think it's Gearannan Blackhouse Village. Who knows? I meant to say as well, and I forgot, the Callanish Standing stones, there's a car park right beside it. It's very small, but we were here in the middle of summer and it was like empty. And then also here for the Blackhouse Village, car park right beside it, and parking was free. So, just for info. You have to report to reception. It's just me, or can you smell soup?
Smell something.
I smell soup. It smells yummy.
How much was it?
$4.90. Didn't realize that you had to pay to get in, so we'll go back to the car and get our funds. Look at my hair already. Like the wind will just blow all the curls out. But yeah, I think it's a reasonable price to go and see it, just under £5 each, and it helps keep the village looking nice, I think. Husband's favourite thing, a gift shop. Lots of Harris tweed. It's like a different take on the Dutch thatch, isn't it? Mm-hmm. It's so pretty. Wow. What do you think, babe?
Sorry?
What do you think?
Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah. This one on the right, this one on the left. There's 696 threads along there. These are the pedals. Mm-hmm. And that's what programmed it.
Oh, nice.
That's my old computer. There's one of them right round there, and that's what tells them what to do.
Okay. So that's how you get all the different patterns?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. It's so weird, like the floor is sloped. Like I'm at quite a steep incline, because obviously this house is on the hill. But it's so weird to be in a house and for the floor not to be straight. And why do I have a feeling that this is the village? If you watch Call the Midwife, they filmed a Christmas special up in the Highlands in this village. And I feel like this is the room that they used when it was the young girl who was like a bit of a rebel, and her mum, I think, her adoptive mum was pregnant. I feel like this is the room that they used, or very similar. It will be one of the other houses. But I also noticed Because up here they don't use logs for the fire, they burn peat. And this is peat, and it's very warm, and I don't think this is fake because you can smell the peat burning. That's so cool. Oh, my husband has wandered off. Oh, oh my goodness, how'd you get up there? What you doing up there? Calm down. The guy who was weaving the Harris tweed was so nice, and we were talking a little bit about Gaelic because I wish I spoke Gaelic, and he's fluent in Gaelic. Gaelic is his first language. But he was saying how when he was in primary school, he used to get the belt for talking Gaelic in school, and I was like, my gran as well. She used to get the belt my gran didn't really speak Gaelic, but anyone else who did would get the belt. But we were talking about how nice it is that it's like taught in schools now and it's kind of coming back and stuff, and I was like, yeah, I'm trying really hard to learn it, and he was like, well, it's never too late. So yeah, it's so nice to see that our culture is being preserved, and I think it's really important. And this means welcome in Gaelic. Can we get it for outside the house? Why?
Because it's in.
Because the last thing I bought to go up outside the house over a year ago still has not been put up.
Sure.
Okay, but I know we don't have kids yet, but I love all these little Scottish stories. Oh, I hope that when we eventually do have kids that I can get books like this. There's also all the Hamish McHaggis books. Oh, so Scottish. That was so interesting to see. I love that. I love seeing Scottish culture and heritage being preserved. But the weather's taken a little bit of a turn. It's not quite as sunny as it was. It's still not bad for the Outer Hebrides, but I think Paul's a bit hungry because he's gone off to the car in search of the picnic I packed. A family picnic. Paul was just saying the ocean seems really choppy over there, and it's true because that ocean is the Atlantic Ocean, which means as far north as we are, the only land, if you set off on a boat from there, the next land you would touch would be America. So yeah, it gets pretty wild up here. So even though it is a bit windy and cold and a bit grey at the moment, this is actually very good weather for the Isle of Lewis. But we are now going to the Blackhouse Arnol, which is just there, and it's kind of similar to the Blackhouse Village. So we're gonna go and have a little look and see what it is. Oh, someone was napping. The tongue's out of his mouth, he was napping. So for the Blackhouse Village, tickets were $4.90 per adult, and let's see what tickets are here. Tickets are $7.50. Okay. I don't know if we're gonna do it because I don't actually know what it is. What's inside? I think it's just showing you the way of life, like the way people used to live, which we kind of just saw.
Yeah.
No?
I think it's fine to just.
Let's walk around and just look at the outside of it then, shall we? You can see also some ruins here. Some houses that didn't make it, which is interesting. So it's all about the people and the livestock living under the same roof.
Yeah.
Made the house warmer, that's true. Make it significantly smellier.
Yeah, you saw that in the other house as well, where the guy was weaving, they had like a little pen.
I missed that.
I know.
I'm not the most observant.
It's on the right side of the man. Maybe you see it on your images.
Maybe. What did you just say?
It's so weird to me that those stones are just piled up and they just stay there.
It's called, do you know what it's called?
Yeah.
What's it called?
Pebble stack.
It's not called pebble stacking.
I don't know.
It's called dry stain dike. It's a dry stain dike tack wall, and yes, they're all just slatted in together. And maybe I'm just used to it because I'm Scottish, but you get them everywhere. Okay, I'm sure if you're very interested in the Scottish history you could do both, but personally I think if you want to learn about it you should go to the village, because you get like more little houses rather than just one. I don't know, it could be different in there, don't take my word for it, but it is a little bit more expensive. So we've decided to go to the beach. Paul wants to metal detect, and it's called, again I'm going to butcher the Gaelic language, but it's Traigh Mhor, but I think it's probably Traigh Mhor, which just means more beach, because Traigh in Gaelic is beach. We're gonna go there. I think that's the beach where around 40 pilot whales washed up last week. Not even last week, it was like 5 days ago. I think it was that beach anyway, where they all beached themselves. So I hope it's open. I assume it will be, that we can go on it. If it is as cold and windy as it currently is, I might sit in the car for a bit. I think I'll take Whiskey out, long walk, and then either leave Whiskey with Paul while he metal detects, or we'll both come back to the car and I'll just read my book and enjoy the view, hopefully. So yeah, you finding it? Good job. Here we go. We've made it to Traigh Mhor. I think it's Traigh Mhor. Traigh Mhor. I think it's Traigh Mhor beach. And it comes all the way in like this. And it's white sand instead of black sand, so you'll be happy.
Yes, and there's a Dalmatian.
There's some dogs, yes, so we'll be careful with Whiskey. So far, also the parking here on Harris and Lewis seems to be significantly better than on Skye.
Yeah.
Like most of the places on Skye you have to pay, and then you have to like hike to your destination, whereas everything here is like just here.
It's just.
We made it to the beach. It is very big and very beautiful. Look at those cliffs with the white sand. We're right at the very end of it. I'll let Whiskey off the leash in a little bit. Paul's already started his metal detecting, and yeah, the car is literally just there. So compared to Skye, where you have to hike like 30 minutes to get anywhere you want, pretty good. Hello, little birdie collie. Are we at the beach? Are we at the beach? Alright, we're in for a little paddle. It's gonna be cold. Ooh. Yep. Compared to what temperatures can get to up here, it's actually not too bad, but compared to temperatures I'm used to, it is Baltic. Alright, when the sun comes out, I don't actually need this many layers, but the sun is not out for very long, which is the problem. But my goodness, if we get good weather for Harris tomorrow, it is going to look spectacular. So I'm gonna do what I have been doing the last few days on the holiday. The husband can metal detect, the dog can roam around, and I will lie here, snack, and work my way through my reread of Throne of Glass. And yeah, I'm not mad about it. I've just grabbed this one because there are some ponies on the beach, and he's not really afraid of horses. He doesn't really chase horses, but I think if they really start galloping, he'll be a bit triggered, I think, because when things run away from him, his instinct is to go and bring them back. So yeah, but that looks like so much fun. This is a great beach to gallop on. My goodness, it's so huge. Alright, we are just coming up on, I think it's pronounced Timpin Head Lighthouse. Significantly closer than Nice Point. No 40-minute hike. How long do you think it was Nice Point? The way down's probably 30 minutes.
It took us an hour to drive it though.
Yeah, from our, if it was from our Airbnb it would take us an hour, yeah. But from when we stayed in Wisconsin, Nice Point took us over an hour. Just because we stayed in Glendale, it was 15 minutes. But apparently, you can see fin whale and sei whale from here. So this is perfect. We can literally just sit in the warmth of the car.
No, we're going out.
Yeah, no. Why would we go out? It's literally raining. We could sit in the car. Like, look, we can see the water perfectly from here. Look at him stubbornly walking around in the rain, trying to prove to me that being outside in the rain to whale spot is better than sitting inside a warm car. Sometimes this man's thought processes baffle me. It's okay, Whiskey, you don't need to panic. He'll come back. Paul has come prepared. He has some binoculars. You haven't used them yet this trip.
That's true.
Is there a reason why?
No.
Haven't really needed them, have you?
No.
Because we're being quite close to the ocean. We're quite far away at the moment, but that should mean we'll be able to see more of it. But I think this rain cloud is passing over, so hopefully it'll dry up a bit and visibility will be a little bit better. But yeah, here's hoping that we see something.
We have a little sign there, and it says like all the animals that you can see and how they come out of the water as well.
That's so useful. What did it say? So it said you saw a white-beaked dolphin on the sign. What other species did it have on the sign?
Minke whale, humpback whale, orca,
Fin whale?
Yeah, fin whale. No, not fin whale.
Sei whale.
The
Basking shark.
basking shark. Yes.
Okay.
And then like 6 types of dolphins.
All right.
5 dolphins and 1 was the porpoise.
I mean, it's a big ocean, so we'll be lucky to see anything. But I mean, we've been lucky so far with everything we've seen. But oh my god, can you imagine if a humpback just like breached right in front of us? How cool would that be?
Maybe we'll see an haggis.
A haggis.
It's a wild haggis.
Oh, are there wild haggis roaming the hills?
Better watch out. Better lock your car.
Oh, yeah, lock the doors so the wild haggis doesn't get in. Again.
What?
Ask me that again.
I'll see what again? Do you want to go?
No, what you just said. Have you ever seen
an Epsi like this?
No, you said an ocean so empty of animals.
Yes, there's nothing in here.
You remember that I did 2 seasons on board a research vessel, and I told you that in 1 week we saw 1 minke whale, a grey seal, and a handful of porpoise in a week.
How many people had better eyes than you did?
Every single person on that boat, including the researcher and the person in charge of the camera. So yes, I have definitely seen this ocean significantly emptier than the way we have seen it this last week. We literally saw common dolphin yesterday.
It's fake.
You've just been spoiled.
It was AI.
It's not AI.
It's like made by the fairy people, so they can make you happy. Like, oh look, we have a dolphin.
Are you are you finally realizing how lucky you have been?
No.
When I told you so many times, how are you seeing all of this straight away? Did you think that was normal? Okay, yeah, it's not normal. So yeah, we're both, we've been here, like an hour?
An hour.
45 minutes. Been here 45 minutes. Been here about 45 minutes. We're both very hungry, and it's an hour drive back to the B&B. So I
don't think I'll make it.
You, if you're really that hungry, there's another thing in the cool bag.
If you really want to listen, there's a shovel in the back. I'm probably gonna pass away in between now and 10 minutes. Just dig somewhere here. Oh, just push me over, please.
No, Paul, there's literally a snack in the bag. Have a snack now, you'll be fine, and then we'll get back to the B&B and I will make dinner.
And I don't know how they feel in Africa.
And I know how it feels to parent a toddler, apparently. This has been great training.
Why is it a square around your face?
I don't know, it's like tracking. I think the face tracking is on. Let's see, now it switches to you. But they won't be able to see it because that's just on the viewfinder.
Why not?
Because I think it disappears when you're not filming anymore. Alright, so what do you say? It started to rain really heavily again, so
that's the main problem, like it's raining, so...
But the weather forecast tomorrow is supposed to be amazing. And we're going to Harris to all of the nice beaches, and there's also another lighthouse that we can stop at to whale watch. So, we're good.
Yes.
Yes.
We're good and hungry.
We're both hungry. Okay, let's head back to the B&B and I'll make some dinner. What do you
Pup vlog. Where is he?
Pup vlog.
Around.
He's past that. He ran around on the beach a lot.
He's the croissant.
He's not croissanting at the moment.
He's dreaming, I think.
Watch this. We're gonna get back to the B&B and he's gonna. Oh, that's a pale face. We'll get back to the B&B and he'll be all recharged and like, I'm ready to go, guys.
You look very pale on the camera.
Thanks.
Like light skinned.
I am light skinned, I'm white.
Look Caucasian.
I am Caucasian, so are you.
No, I look...
You look quite tan. You literally, unlike everyone in the world, you came to Scotland and you got a tan. So it's a little bit later on. We have had dinner and chilled a little bit, and we're about to take the dog to what they call the doggy run, but it's like a
pen.
Yeah, it's like a little dog park, which I actually appreciate. You know, they've built it so that any guests staying in the little studios can let their dog out safely, because there's obviously a lot of livestock around, so we appreciate it. But we're going to take you with us. Paul is sampling the gin and tonic that they left. What are your thoughts on your first gin and tonic?
Not my thing.
Anything? What does it taste like? I've never tasted gin.
But apparently I need a little piece of, what was it? Cucumber, or was it the other one?
Usually they put I think people put rhubarb in it, or you can put cucumber or orange or lemon, to give it a bit of a taste.
This is just naturel?
Yeah. I think
Naturel.
I think my mum likes, what flavour drum is it? I think it's rhubarb that she likes. But you can get fruitier gins.
Do you watch your dog doesn't get electrocuted?
I'll make sure he doesn't get electrocuted, or if he does get electrocuted, he won't make the same mistake twice.
That's not really nice.
And also not true, because he's been electrocuted on an electric fence before. Very small voltage, not my fault. Silly dog. Whiskey and this horse in particular do quite like one another. I think this pony's quite young. Whiskey gets a bit overexcited, but no, baby, we'll put you in the pen. We'll put you in the little thing, and then you can go a bit crazy, because you can't reach them and you also can't get electrocuted. So there's two horses that belong to the owner of the B&B. They live there. Yeah. I didn't get that. He just fell almost head over heels because he gets so overexcited to see the horses. Oh, the horse is excited too. Well, we'll call this cross-species enrichment. They're actually booping snoots. That's so cute. Good boy, Whiskey. He's like, you guys are massive. You guys are black and white and you're massive. And then yesterday he got the zoomies in here. But he was cooped up all day yesterday because we had the big boat ride and then we had the ferry ride. So yesterday was a lot of mental stimulation for him. But today he got to run around on the beach, so he crashed as soon as we got back. Hey, you are not a herbivore. You don't need to show the horses that you eat grass too. Well, that's gonna make you constipated tomorrow. But the view here is quite spectacular. You can see all the way across, and it's so lovely and quiet when I'm not talking. But we actually passed through Stornoway today, the outskirts of Stornoway, which is the capital of Harris and Lewis, at the very least Lewis. If anyone is watching this from the Isle of Harris, they might correct me on that. But it was nice. I was saying to Paul that if you're on the Isle of Skye, it feels like you are definitely on an island, and it's not comparable to mainland Scotland. But driving through Stornoway, you feel like that road, it could be anywhere in mainland Scotland. You just happen to be in Stornoway. And one thing I really appreciate here is that all of the signposts, all of the signage is all in Gaelic first. So the big letters are Gaelic, and then underneath that you've got the English written small. Whereas everywhere else in the Highlands, you have the English written big and the Gaelic written in small green letters underneath it. And then if you get to the lowlands, like Glasgow, Edinburgh, and anything south, it's only written in English. And I think it should be Gaelic everywhere. Honestly, I want us to bring our language back so badly. But I really appreciate that. And we're really enjoying it, huh?
Yes.
Do you like Lewis better than Skye? The same? Different?
Difficult. It's not, yeah.
It's a very different landscape. Skye is very mountainous. Lewis is very hilly. Lewis is more hilly. But tomorrow we go to Harris. You excited?
So excited.
To go to the beaches, and the weather's supposed to be better, which I think will be nice because I was very cold all of the day today. So I'm actually going to say goodbye. Thank you for watching this vlog. Our dog is going to be playing with the horses for a little bit. I think thank you guys so much for watching the vlog as always. Please don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you guys the next time I make a video, which at this point is pretty much every Sunday.